Fun language. Fun language is that part of language speaking which is a bit informal. In fun, there can be words which would be used by the learners in occasions which are informal. But at occasions which are not informal, the students must be made aware that such words cannot be used. However, in order to become familiar with fun language, the teachers may practice these speaking skills in the classroom, but make their students aware of the fact that that language is called fun language, and it has to be used amongst their own friends and also at occasions where it has been allowed. In countries in the West, sometimes fun language is allowed on the functions which are taking place in the school, like parties or farewells or group discussions. Fun language is sometimes allowed. But again, we have to see at the culture of the people that we are dealing with. If we are dealing with a culture where fun language is not at all allowed in the school, then the teachers should not be really working on this. But in schools where fun language is being used otherwise, and it is allowed, and the culture permits the teachers to use fun language in the class, then they can work on this. Please do not misunderstand. Fun language does not have bad words or words which are not permitted in the society. Fun language is meant to be informal language, which lacks the salutations or greetings that we normally do with people who are at above status than us or are older than us in age. So fun language teaching is possible in the classroom with an awareness by the teacher to the students that this language is supposed to be used at casual occasions. If the school head does not allow the teachers to do fun language in the classroom, then they should not be using it. Then they should avoid it. But if it is permitted and allowed by the heads and the culture permits the teachers, then there is no harm in making them familiar with the fun language by playing fun games, as I said earlier. Fun games can carry some of the words which, for example, in some games, when the children are playing and the person who does the mistake in the game is told to get out. So probably get out would not be a very polite word in certain cultures. So in that case, the teacher has to either replace the word with another word, or the teacher can just make a code. Sometimes it is advisable to use numbers as code, but that is a bit of a difficult job for the teacher to create her codes. For example, instead of saying get out, she can say number 10. So when she says number 10, that means the student has to leave the space where the game is taking place. So it is according to the teacher's intelligence that she can modify the words if she wants to. If she gets a copy of a game which she thinks is very good for the class to play because they are going to learn a lot of language out of it, but at the same time she finds that there are some words which may not be permitted in the class, then what she can do is she can just replace those words with numbers or with codes or with letters or even with gestures. She can say that when I would like you to leave the game, then I would just raise my hand like this. So she can just do it with a gesture also. So it all depends. If the teacher finds the particular game to be effective for language learning, she may use it in the class. And if she thinks some modifications need to be done because with the reference of the culture and the school rules, then she can always modify them by using codes, numbers, letters or gestures in order to make it a polite language. Because gestures can also be used as a replacement for polite language.